Good evening, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to another week of Analogue Television. And it's a cracker this week because we have not just one Spaniard, we have two Spaniards on the call. So
Yes.
Marina is back. Marina with some new professional YouTube lighting. Outstanding.
Yes, upgrade.
And we also have Carlos. Carlos, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. Hi, everyone.
Excellent. It is lovely of you to join us, and we're going to spend the first part of the program talking to Carlos about what he gets up to because it ties in perfectly with the theme, which is creative film photography. So we're going to be talking about everything that is sort of you use the physical nature of film to create unique images. So we're not talking about digital manipulation, however valid that is. We're not going to get into that. We're just talking about all the cool stuff you can do because film is a physical thing. Film souping, double exposures, messing with it after you developed it, before you've scanned it, doing in-camera filters. Carlos has got some stuff about that. Pre-exposures, whether that's your own or on brand, all of that kind of stuff. So let's dive straight in. In fact, I'm going to hand over to Marina, who's going to run the show for the start and ask Carlos all the questions. Marina, over to you.
Excellent. Well, hello guys again. Good evening to all. And yeah, today, I'm going to run this part of the interview. And I'm going to interview Carlos. And Carlos, thank you so much for coming today with us to have another wonderful Analogue Television episode. And
thank you to you guys to invite me.
I've actually been willing to interview you for a long time ago. So yeah, for me, it's an honor to have you here. So I know that you've been very active in the analog photography world, but especially on YouTube, on Instagram, but you've been more focused on the Spanish audience or South American audience. That's why I really want you to, first, to tell us a little bit about yourself, who's Carlos Baselga, where do you live right now, where you're from, what have you been up to since now, and in terms of the analog community. So please tell us a little about yourself.
Okay, so hi, I'm Carlos Baselga. Thanks very much to Paul and Marina to invite me, and this is such an honor. I told Marina I'm a bit afraid because my English is a bit rusty, but it's going to be fine. It's going to help me out. So thank you. I'm living now in a small town called Villarreal. It's close to Valencia. It's 45 minutes driving. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I began shooting film when I was living in Manchester in 2016. Mm-hmm. I discovered the film photography in there because I was shooting so many photos in digital when I just moved to Manchester. And then I realized I end up editing the photos to get the look of the film. So at the end, I was wondering why, what I'm doing and why I'm not going to the film. Mm. And then I just bought a film camera in a film camera shop. I don't remember the film camera shop.
Was it the SLR or did you go with
real camera shop?
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
That's that. Yeah. That's a massive
in the corner.
One. Yes.
Yeah. It's
I
so
think
good.
It's the paradise. Yeah. So what was the do you remember the camera that you bought?
The first one.
Yeah.
Well, the first one, it wasn't on that shop, but the first one I bought on that shop, it was the Mamiya C3330F, the medium format camera, 6x6. Uh-huh. Yeah. And then I bought as well a Leica M2 and Olympus Pen F.
Nice.
Yeah, so many cameras in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just began shooting with the Rolei 35S. Uh-huh. Shooting street photography, only black and white, because I realized the gray sky in Manchester was perfect for black and white.
Yes, spot on.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's spot on.
Yeah, and the Manchester environment and all the colors suits really well with black and white films.
Yeah, everything was new for me, so I realized this is my time to shoot black and white street photography and just focus on that. Yeah.
And so you started with the street photography and black and white films, but at that time, when did you realize, like, okay, this is the time where I need to learn how to develop my films, and how did you get into actually develop your own films at home?
Yeah, so it was from the beginning.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, almost from the beginning, because I saw a guy in YouTube. Let me find.
Is that Eduardo?
Yeah,
Eduardo Pavez?
Ed Pavez. Yeah.
Yeah, Eduardo
Yeah.
Pavez. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, Eduardo Pavez. Yeah. So good. So I just saw all the videos from his YouTube channel, and then I began doing by my own, developing. Black and white is quite simple because you just need the tank, the chemicals, you already know. Yeah.
So basically, you got inspired by him, and then you bought all the equipment and you did it at home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And was it, so how long did it pass from the time that you like felt like very confident, like, right, I'm quite confident with in terms of developing film, but then how long did it pass through from that time till when you actually thought, oh, I can actually teach that on YouTube? So how did it work? Because I want to know.
Okay. For how long? Maybe a couple of months, because I was living abroad. I was living in Manchester. So every time when I came back to Spain, my friends and my colleagues were asking me like, oh, are you shooting film, right?
Yeah.
How do you develop the film? Do you need like a proper dark room and all like entire room for just developing? And I was, no, you only need like a bag, light seal bag, and that's fine. I do develop in my kitchen. I thought it was a good idea to run a YouTube channel about film photography, but in Spanish, because they were like none. And yeah.
Now, speaking of which, like speaking about YouTube, I mean, for me, in my point of view, I think that your channel, and I mean, your channel is quite popular and it's quite successful from my point of view. But I really want you to talk about how has been your journey in terms to actually, like, you know, get into the flow to create videos for YouTube, and how did you pass from, how many subscribers do you have on your YouTube channel right now?
Almost 14,000.
Wow, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, but
so how did you
in
manage
YouTube for nearly 3 years? So
yeah, but I mean, how was the journey for you? Was it anything that you found like very difficult, or and also is there anything positive that you got out from this experience? I mean, you still carry on with the YouTube channel, but I just want to know your opinion. Basically, how was it?
So for me, YouTube is just changed my life completely, because all I get from YouTube is a good thing. You have to work for every video and you have to think on the next one.
Yeah.
So you go like a schedule, and it's great. And also the feedback, maybe at the beginning I didn't get that much feedback, but nowadays I do get feedback, and the feedback is great because we both learn things.
Yeah.
So that's very, very good for me. And I just run the YouTube channel because I thought, okay, do I have to learn so many things related to film photography? And what is the best way to learn is to learn from the other people as well. Just I can teach some things and I can learn as well. So and YouTube is just pushing you.
And that's a good thing that you actually mentioned, because I was going to actually ask you about the confidence, like, because it is not actually just to be creative and actually like be disciplined to yourself and uploading some videos. Also, it's having like the courage to, like, you know, to try to ignore like maybe not that good feedback as well, and actually try to fight your demons, like in terms of, am I good enough for it? So how was your experience in terms of that? Did you have any problems in terms of like having to, or you didn't care and just
I mean, haters gonna
that's
hate,
the attitude,
right? So no, haters are great because they like waking you up, like, oh, maybe should I change something, or oh, you're right. But maybe that is not the proper way to say it, because some people just get annoyed and it's like, all right,
quite rude.
I know what you're talking about, but could you please let me know like properly? Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, one of the things that caught our attention is about on your YouTube channel and also your Instagram account. It's your love towards the experimental film photography, which you uploaded few videos about how to film soup your own films, how to take photos with inner masks and filters. And like, how did you start in this creative side of, how did you start with experimental photography? And
yeah, that's a good question. I was shooting mainly black and white. Then I switched to color, but they were like street photography photos. And then I realized, like, oh, this is quite boring for me. I need something else, something that really appeals to me and I don't know, just wanted to shoot more. Because you already know shooting film is like
it's like a wave, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a wave. Sometimes you are just on the top, and sometimes so you have to find something that really wakes you up. And experimental photography, I realized it is endless, because you can even combine some processes between each other. For example, you can shoot a film soup with a redscale film, or you can shoot a redscale with filters, inner mask, wherever you want.
Yeah, and now that we talk about the film souping, you created some your own brands of, which is called Super
Film. Yeah, Super Film. Yeah.
Super Film, and I think you got some samples on the
Yeah, I got in here like a example of the film itself.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it.
If you pull it back a bit, there we go. It's found it.
Yeah, now it's in focus. Yeah, it's super. I really love the design, like Super Film.
Yeah, you can see in there. For this one, I used the Fujifilm C200.
Okay.
Because I do like the green that the emulsion has, the layers that came up with sometimes with green dots on the photos and waves and everything. So I really like this film.
Do you think that film soup, your film, is it a thing that could be like really easy to do, or do you it's because I for example, when I'm working on the lab, I got like questions like, is it difficult, or is it going to ruin all the chemicals, or how does it work? Like, is it easy thing to do? Or?
Well, do you mind actually, just if we take a step back, just in case people don't understand or haven't heard of it before, what is film souping?
Excellent. You're what is film souping? Yeah.
Okay. So film souping basically is to pour the film into chemicals. It could be, for example, lemon, squeezed lemon, or even bleach. For bleach, is going to be more like more stronger chemicals, so you have to be careful and leave it for the time you want to. I mean, you can leave it for hours, weeks, or even months.
Weeks. What's the longest period of time that you left your
1 week?
Films? A week.
A week. More than a week, I think it can ruin totally the film.
And what you're talking about is taking a 35ml canister and literally underwater in lemon juice a week.
Yeah, and lemon juice, in bleach, in wherever you want to.
Do you shake it about to make sure it gets in?
Yeah, there are like a few things you have to consider. I already explained them in a book.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's the film soup diary, yeah.
Yeah, and it's as well in Spanish if you just change it. And in here,
that's cool.
Yeah, I explain like tips, how to. It's like the recipe.
That's amazing. Where could people find that?
Well, I have to print it because I have so many problems with it.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, every good bookshop will have this.
Yeah,
not yet. Soon.
I wish. No, it's going to be soon,
You're
hopefully
selling them
next week.
So at the moment. So maybe people
it's
that
on pre-sale, so you can pick up yours. But this is
The focus has gone. There we go.
yeah.
And also, I would love to talk about. I would love to. I would love to talk about the inner masks that you could use, because I don't think that many people know that, but which is actually quite a cool thing to do. I think you can show the slide number 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
So could you talk about what are the possibilities that you can do with inner mask, and how does it work? And is it for every format of cameras, or
the main thing about the inner masks is that you have to pick up like a transparent support. And you can use it in either like 35mm cameras or 120 film cameras, medium format. But yeah, obviously the size of the shape is gonna change. It's quite easy to use. You have to make two, one with one shape and the other one with the how do you say, inverse?
Opposite, yeah.
The opposite,
inverse,
the opposite, and then just make double exposures. You shoot one roll film with this mask, and then the second time the other mask, and you have to align the shape by just putting a mark in the film.
So hang on, how it works? So when do you load the mask? In what time? So
in the beginning. I mean, do you take the camera, open the camera, the rear door, and
do you have any camera with you at the moment?
I got a camera. Let me check.
Yeah.
1 second.
He rips out his roll of aerochrome that he's been using and shooting it. Just to show us. No, it's a good question, because I think this is fascinating. I mean, so much of what we've talked about, I've heard referenced before. I've never heard of somebody using in-camera.
Yeah, to be honest,
reverse filters.
I didn't know about the inner mask.
Because I've seen like the lomography splicers. Oh, sorry, here we go. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Right. So you have full screen right now.
Oh, yeah.
You open the camera and then put the film in here.
Yeah.
You have to stick it with some
like tape or something, like masking tape on the sides. Okay.
Yeah, and then
you load the film, right?
Yeah, you load the film, and after you have to remove the lens and put the bulb mode on the camera just to check how the light goes, and then you can mark on the film where the mask goes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know where the light is gonna be on the film. Then you can, on the second time, you can use the opposite.
Okay.
And align, because you already marked on the film.
Okay, so let me just let's see if I understand it. So you have to first so you load one sheet of the mask, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you load it, and then you load the film. You close the back of the camera, then you prepare the camera. You take one exposure, and then to do the second.
No. You put the mask.
Okay.
You load the film. You remove the lens of the camera. You put the camera on the I don't know.
The bulb mode.
The bulb mode, yeah. And then with the back door open, you shoot, and then you already can see the shape on the film. So you can put the mark and you can align when you're using the film.
You then shoot the entire roll of film with the first mask.
Yeah,
I already. Let's show some photos while we talk, because I think that.
Look, Paul, with these ones. This one.
Yes.
I got
some. Yeah, actually, shots. That film the mask that you got right now, it is the slide number 8.
Let's show that then. So there we go. So did you shoot the beach first, or did you shoot the roofs the city? Do you remember?
I think I shoot the roof first, yeah, because it was on my window.
Nice.
Yeah, my views.
Oh, cool. That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The only thing, the black part is not like full black. It's like more translucent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the light still goes through. Yeah.
I see.
So
That's
Yeah,
like
super funny.
Cheryl Lee, who was writing saying, "I'm taking notes to work out this in my head," and now we've shown it. She said, "Oh my
But
god,
you actually
that's
have,
brilliant."
Carlos, a video on your YouTube channel that explains like everything in detail, right, of this process. Because I've never done this before, so I actually want to do it myself. So
Yeah, I love this.
I love it. I love this idea.
And Carlos,
Yeah.
how do you get the masks? Have you made them yourself? Have you bought them? What are they?
Yeah, I made by myself with the Illustrator. I just put the size on the Illustrator. I make like a full A4 with the this paper, this transparent paper. I don't know the name of the paper. But
It's paper, so it's not. It looks like glass. So it's
like
not.
a plastic
It's not.
sheet.
yeah, it's not glass.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's like plastic. I don't know.
Mm.
And then yeah, I made so many shapes, and you can make so many.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, combine and even.
And also you can do both things. Like you can actually like, I think you have, well, not with the masks. You had a film soup frame with a filter as well. Like the same thing with the mask. You can also like do things in the same time. You can use a redscale film and then try to use it with the film mask, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's why I like about film photography. You go like the physical of the film, and then all the processes in the experimental photography you can combine between each other. So I already shoot a film with the masks, and that film was a sub film.
Oh.
What I like as well,
Yeah.
I'm looking at these again. There's the one with the trees. You can see that these are slightly double exposed as well. So the mountain goes through the trees. The trees go into it. So it's not like, it doesn't look like you just superimpose, bosh, bosh, bosh. There's the interaction.
Yeah, it's because the black is not like a 100% black. It's more like translucent.
That is amazing.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I think a lot of people in the chat have had their minds blown.
Yeah.
Cheryl Lee has asked, can we see what the negatives look like? Do you have any negatives?
No, not right now. I brought like negatives, the ones I just cut off, the film soup negatives with
Oh, yes, nice.
perfume.
Yeah, actually, Rob from London
any.
Camera Project says that I need this in my life, the film mask. 2020 has become all about masks.
Yeah, masks are a thing now.
Oh my gosh, you could do a face mask one.
Yeah. Oh.
Where you take portraits and then you just have crazy.
A new
Imagine
world
that.
just open up. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
do
just going to write down a project idea
Do it.
I've just had.
Do it.
We had another a question from the audience. Like Mike says that transparencies will do the job. Do you think that, will be, but because they don't have like as much latitude as the color films, do you think that might do the job, like in terms of double exposing? Have you ever had that experience? Like, have you ever done it?
I never tried with the slide film because the latitude is not that big. I'm not sure, but I think it will, because at the end you are not doing like double exposures. You are choosing one part of the frame and just the opposite with the mask. It's not like a double exposure because you got the black part of the mask. So, maybe it works.
Another really interesting thing that you've been doing recently, it actually caught really my attention that I also want to do it, is that you actually, I have such like huge love towards the actual negatives, but you actually dare to take a scissor and cut the frames.
Yeah.
Okay, before we show, I want to show a photo to explain why this is brilliant. Before people freak out, I just want to show. I think is it number 11?
Yes, it is, and 12 and 13.
Just look at these first before we lynch him and oh my gosh. Okay, right. Now, Carlos, explain yourself.
Yeah, the people got mental with this. I mean, I don't know. I just realized I got so many negatives. I got almost 1,000 of sheets of negatives. Yeah, home develop and scan. So yeah, imagine.
Don't work out the time. Don't work out the time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine. And then I realized, why not? Why not to just cut and create a new one, a new piece, a new photo with your memories. So yeah, it's great. It's like how do you say, deconstructing?
Yeah, deconstructed. Yeah.
Deconstructing.
Yeah. And also I got like a scissor with a special shape.
Yes. Yeah. The dent shape. That's really cool.
Yeah, but I don't have the photo on the examples. I got.
Oh yeah.
On my Instagram, you can see the results.
Yeah.
So what did you do with that one, sorry?
With a special scissor.
Yeah,
with this shape.
You know, when you're a kid, you have like the special shape scissors. So you can use that because one of the scissors has dents, and then you can cut the papers and do in this case negatives.
Just
it's
create
just so good. Yeah. And how did you scan them? So the actual the frame. How did you do it?
Yeah, I scan nowadays with the DSLR and the Negative Lab Pro. Yeah, because I realized it is a fastest way. Just to get
so did you actually have to, like, how did you make them flat? How did you stick all together?
With the fingers.
I see.
With the gloves as well, and then you just moving and creating, and you can see on the frame of the digital camera. So yeah.
Wow.
It's quite easy. I mean.
Yeah. Even.
And there's a couple there that almost look like the same photo duplicated.
Yeah, because I made a mistake. I wanted to do a YouTube video comparing the lab results and home results, just shooting with the same camera. I shoot with the Mamiya RZ67, and then they were both the same film, Hectare 100, and then I just fucked up and developed both films at home while watching Netflix. I was watching Netflix and developing color film. And then I realized, oh no.
I think you did a story actually.
Yeah, I did a story.
I saw the story.
It was never, ever.
Okay, so those that isn't one negative you've duplicated somehow. That is two negatives of the same thing, but
yeah, I got exactly the same photos with the same composition, the same light, the same film, the same camera, everything the same.
But that's a really cool thing to do with that.
Yeah, I thought, I can do like how do you say, panoramic photo. Yeah, with two films, and then panoramic.
Nice.
This is when we talked about Marina and I were talking about this episode and what we wanted to cover, and the fact that things that you can do with film that is unique to film. I mean, these are perfect examples, right? Like,
yeah,
you could digitally create something like this, but it would be so hard to do. And then stitching physical negatives and recreating a new image from two negatives or even more. It's
I don't think that it's really easy to recreate that same look of like handmade look, you know. Yeah, that's totally true. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that's two projects. What other? Do we want to go to some souping results? Because I think we had some souping results as well. In fact, should we show the There's a video, so people are asking about your YouTube video, so we're going to show a little snippet of one of your videos, which I think is you taking a film, leaving it in lemon juice, and then walking around and shooting. Which film did you choose to put in lemon juice?
The Lomochrome purple.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Because you said,
this one.
I need a film that looks really normal to start with, and then I'll mess with it. No, why did you pick the purple?
Why? Yeah, because the lemon I already used with so many films, with the Fujifilm, Kodak, and then I was expecting something new. And I bought like 10 Lomochrome purples.
Whoa.
I kept one for the film soup. Yeah, and it was wonderful.
All right, then let's have a quick look. We won't do the whole video, but people will post the your YouTube links on the description tomorrow, and also people can find you. But let's have a quick look at this. Now I've got to do the screen share. 1 second. All right. Okay, I think we get, I mean, that's some incredible photos already there. I liked as well when I was watching that through the first time, I was like, I thought there was a click there, but it's still going. Of course, you were doing double exposures of Lomochrome purple and lemon juice. A very straight shot. Yeah. So were you pleased with those results? Was that what you thought you'd get, or did you just have no idea?
Yeah, I was expecting something really saturated because the Lomochrome purple has like saturated colors, and with the lemon, I expected some dots, to be honest, but I didn't get dots, but it was fine. And what I realized is the Lomochrome purple is made by Fomapan. Yeah, because when I was when I poured the film into the lemon for like, I don't know, 3 days or 4 days, the sticky from the Lomochrome purple just went out, and it was like Foma. It's like, oh, it's made by Fomapan.
Wow.
Is it? Did you know that?
That is great detective work.
Yeah.
There we go. So souping not only will make your photos look incredible, but you could have some secret results. Let's go. If I and I think in your in the photos you sent me through, you had some other souping examples at the start. Let's quickly go back.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So we've got one of the blues and the greens at the start, the trees, then greens and yellows, which is the one we saw, and then reds. Do you get consistent color shifts depending on, like, you know, lemon juice always gives you blues? Other seawater gives you this, or is it more random?
Yeah, it is not random for sure, but it's like, I will say maybe 70%, because there are so many variables that change the results, like the agitation, the timing as well, for how long. Also, the heat is very important, and the film as well. So.
Did you notice any differences between different film stocks in terms, like, for example, film soup in a Kodak Gold or Fujifilm C200?
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many differences, because the color, the main color, for example, in the Kodak is the magenta. Yeah. And in the Fuji is more like green. And I do prefer Fujifilm because of the greens. They're like more noticeable. They came out really well. And with Kodak, they are not my thing. I don't know. I try. I give them an opportunity, but. Yeah, and also I got in here. If you show, please, Paul, the photo number 1. I got the film in here. It's made with perfume.
Okay, so this is formula. This is photo number 1. Okay, the blues and the greens. Yep, and then.
And if you see how
Yeah, it's not flat at all. Like
Because
how many
no.
Sharon E
crackles?
was asking about this. How do you scan it when it's so crinkled?
Yeah, I scan them with the Epson. Just put like a stick on the each corner and then
Uh-huh.
try to, but it's not gonna be flat. Maybe if you buy the ANR glasses, no,
Uh-huh.
to put on the scan,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, yeah, but it's super, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's crazy.
So you use your DSLR to scan some things, but when it's like that, it's like, no, this is impossible.
Yeah, when it is this way, I mean, you already ruined the film, and yeah.
How can you actually? What do you normally do to scan the the super films? Is it difficult to because you don't have any reference at all, or
Yeah.
what do you normally use?
Well, I do use the DSLR and the Negative Lab Pro, and the main thing you have to take care about is to control the white balance. For the first roll, for the first frame, you have to pick up in the Lightroom the white balance and then set it on the white part when you take the photo, and then apply to the rest of the shots. And then you convert with the Negative Lab Pro, and it's going to be fine.
A couple of people have also asked some sort of practical questions. So Jonathan Russell has asked, does this affect usability of home chemicals with future films? So if you've put lemon juice in, whatever, presumably that's the last time you can use those chemicals.
No, not at all. I mean, it depends on how do you clean the film soup, because at the end of the process, you have to clean properly the film until the water came out like totally transparent.
Okay.
Then realize, okay, the film now is totally clean, and then I can develop.
So you've used, and the reason you're using lemon juice is because it's slightly acidic. It's going to interact with the chemical.
Well, yeah, I use so many things. I mean, I put film inside the dishwasher.
Yeah, that's really cool. I did by mistake it too.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And I got in the book there are like
cool,
examples.
actually.
Let me find out. Where are they?
Yeah, I had a film canister, I think, inside my pocket, and I think I put all the clothes inside the washing machine, and then
Yeah, this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and with detergent or baking, how do you say, baking soda?
Baking soda, could be, yeah.
So it's actually so you're washing it before it even goes in the camera.
No, yeah.
So it's sat
every
for a
time.
week. The chemical interactions have happened, and then you wash it totally. And then the other question is from Mike Beard. So you wash it before it goes in the camera, so it's not going to mess up your camera. And never mind the chemicals later. If it crinkles, how do you keep it flat in the camera, or is it the processing where it really starts to crinkle up?
Well, the wrinkles, you're not getting wrinkles every time because, for example, with lemons, it's going to be fine, the film. The wrinkles, it gets with alcoholic and also with heat. If you overheat, the film is going to be super curved. And yeah, I'm always using the film brand new because the emulsion is like virgin.
Yeah.
And then it has like more powerful to destroy, and the results are going to be more noticeable.
Marina, have you done any film souping before? Apart from you've
just by accident, the washing machine.
Yeah.
Happy accident.
No.
So where would you? So there's, I think quite a few people as well are asking questions. I think it's where would you start? Is lemon juice a good way to start? Is soap, alcohol?
Yeah, I do recommend to start with green tea or lemon, because the green tea is a good mix because it doesn't affect that much to the chemicals.
Okay.
Sure.
And yeah. So I'm developing at home. I'm developing, for example, 3 rolls in a row, and one roll is film soup, and the other 2 they are not film soup, and it's fine. And I'm using the chemicals for almost 20 times the tetanal. So
Wow.
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. So you brew a cup of or a mug of green tea. You grab your favorite Portrait 800.
Yeah, from your wedding.
From your wedding, yes, exactly. The birth of your only child. You put it in the green tea. You shake it around.
Yeah.
Shake it
And at the
around.
end, if you want to, you can even pee on the film.
Well, have you ever done that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one he sent to the lab, Marina. Did you get?
Yeah, that's the most
that's
personal
that one.
results you can get.
Oh my god, I'm going to kill,
Super
I'm going to
personal.
kill you.
That is personal, but don't send it to the lab.
And disgusting.
So you leave it in there for a week, in whatever temperature. You take it out. You wash it. When it's coming out clean again.
You dry it as well properly. You have to dry it very well because the film is unused. And then one is really, really like dry. You pull the film back into the canister and shoot the film.
How do you dry the film?
I have like a dark room, and then with the super
you
film.
pull it all out of the canister, wash it in the dark before you've exposed it.
No, you can wash it on the canister. Just put it into a jar, and then shaking.
Okay.
Like for 30 minutes, changing the water like 10, 20 times, and then just dry it.
Dry it in a dark room or a changing bag. And then you can shoot it as normal. Your camera will be fine. Your cams will be fine.
Well, you have to take into consideration the ISO. It's going to be one step below, one step down, because, it affects to the sensitivity of the film. So, for example, I'm using for my film the Fujifilm C200, and I'm saying it as a 100.
I see. So it would be good if you set up the camera's ISO 100, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is great for many cameras because it has no DX code.
Okay,
and when the film has no DX code, the camera is setting it at 100.
Right, true.
Perfect.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And do you have even like more dramatic effects when you overexpose your film? Let's say that you shoot it as 8 ISO or even like 50. Do you think it will be more dramatic or do you
know.
think?
I never like shoot more than 2 steps, like overexposing the film. It depends. I'm overexposing 2 steps if it's the film is out of date, because it's already out of date, and then if it's like a film soup as well, 2 steps. One from the expire and the other one for the film soup. But I don't know. Maybe should I try?
A good question.
Very interesting.
And
Let me
I
tell you.
have another question. Is that how long do you actually like say that I don't have like a own dark room, or I just only have a changing bag? So how long do I need to wait until you think that is dry? Do you think I will like how many days or hours?
If you don't have like a dark room to dry the film, you can put the film into a rice jar, white rice jar. And it will take, I don't know, in UK 4 weeks.
A UK a year?
Yeah, in UK a year, in Spain 3 hours. Yeah. No, but four weeks, 5 weeks. Fair enough. Lovely.
In Manchester?
Right. Yeah, in Manchester, yeah.
Never dry. Never dry.
A decade.
Never.
Yeah. Brilliant. No, that is a really, really wonderful explanation. Thank you. So on your YouTube, there are more videos where you can do it in Spanish, but I think that's a good point. Actually, that reminds me that Film Freak, so Kate Hook's channel, she did some film soup videos, I think 3 or 4 years ago. I think she did seawater once, which was really cool. Roxana Angles, one of the Negative Positives co-hosts, I think she's been doing some film souping recently on Instagram. So yeah, I mean, it's a really cool experiment, and I love the fact that you then layer on creative films and double exposures. Okay, there's a couple of other projects or other elements, photos you sent me. Marina, do you want to ask about the next set?
What was it? Well, it was basically about, well, I mean, now we've been talking about like films who've been actually like your film mask, but what is your experience with shooting with experimental films such as like revolog films or double films or what else? The red scale films. Because I think we got like some examples. I think that the slide number 14, you've been shooting red scale films.
With redscale, I had really interesting results with the redscale, using them with some with filters.
Yeah. Do you have them here?
Yeah, I got the filters. They're like from Cooking.
Okay.
This is not focusing.
Oh yeah, now.
Cooking filter, and I got in here the filters, and then.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's really lovely. Oh.
Mental. I got one that is called Super Speed that gives you the speed.
Oh, is this the one with the trees?
Yeah, with the palm trees.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They came out really, really nice because this filter works with lines. The more lines you have, the more like the effect.
Oh, now I'm thinking. Oh,
and that's a filter. I feel like we have to say this now. That's a filter you put in front of the lens.
yeah, in front of the lens. Yeah.
Oh, it's a boring filter. It's easy.
And you have to shoot with the open aperture, the widest.
Okay.
1.4, for example, because if you put 5.6 or 8 f11, for example, you will get the line.
I see.
And then see the difference. It's not like mixing.
Yeah, I see. So yeah, okay. And do you? I mean, is it? Do you have to buy like a specific like size for the lens that you use normally, or?
Yeah, well, there are like different adapters in the Cooking system. You can get like, depending of the diameter, you can get 52, 55, 58, 62, 77, almost any.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the one of the palm trees. I mean, I would happily buy a print of that.
That looks like a CD cover. I love it.
Yeah.
When we form a band, guys. When we form a band, that
can we? Yeah.
Yes, please. The red scale film is great to do to shoot with that filter because the ISO was 50, I think. Because I just take the film and use the rear part, and it was 50, the ISO.
Amazing.
So you shot with I think you shot with the revolog film as well.
Yeah. I shot like 3 kind of revolog film. And Paul has the photos of the revolog ball box, the green dots. I really, really like this film. And I took those photos when I went to like countryside near Manchester. Yeah. And the photos just, they're so nice.
Wow.
So it's a different system because the revolog, the bubble film and all that kind of stuff, they pre-expose the film before. Yeah.
Exactly.
And this is one of the things we're thinking of, when you're talking about the physical film being manipulated, Dubblefilm and Yodica, often it's pre-exposed tints, and there's a couple of revolog, the 600nm, 400nm, but the really memorable ones I think for me for revolog there's like the Tesla with the electricity bolts going through it, and then the Cosmos of the dots. They've just launched a new one, actually, Nebula, which is I think green and blue, that looks like star systems. That's coming out soon. So that's a lovely way of getting sort of that unpredictability, but without having to do anything more than load it in your camera and shoot away. And you enjoy doing that as well. So there's a bit of, you like doing all the stuff at home to prepare and make your own, but you also like shooting the cool experimental films.
Yeah, it's so like you enjoy so much to do that thing because you never know what kind of results you get, and the more you shoot, the more you want to shoot because you are expecting what is gonna came out. And I tried to do my own revolog ball box at home with a box. I took the box and put like some like so many dots. And in a dark room with the roll inside the box, like out from the canister, I put the light on, and it was like blue. And no, it was blue or it was red, not red, green as well. And then they came out, but not that perfectly as the revolog ball box. Yeah.
So did you get the pre-exposed, like the light leaks, let's say, on through the entire roll, or?
No, just the beginning of the roll.
That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah, because you need like a big kind of wide roll.
A massive thing. Yeah, I know.
Well, we talked to Revolog, didn't we, a couple of months ago now, and they spend years for each film because the trial and error, and some they were saying, weren't they, Marina, that they love the effect, but they can't get it consistently enough to make it to sell, because it'll work one time, it won't work the next. It'll work, and sometimes they can tweak it, and sometimes it's just impossible to get reliably.
The know-how is so difficult.
Yeah.
And that's one of the beauties. Okay, so that's fantastic. That's an amazing set. I wanted to show one of my photos. They're nothing like the magic that we've seen from Carlos, but when we were talking about sort of things that you can do and taking advantage of the unique things, people think about unique films for sure, and then everything that Carlos described is amazing. The one I wanted to show briefly is when actually you can use a film camera to take. So this is something that I'm sure a lot of people have seen before, an action sample that takes 4 photos within a second, but not quite sequentially. And what you can do, you can see, although it's quite similar, the ball sort of moved. And although, again, this is not a photo for printing out, I think it's a lovely example of you can create sort of almost very short storylines. The tough thing is making a story within a second. I think the best I was trying to find it before, I couldn't find it, was at the top. Do you know Tower of Terror, the ride in the Universal Studios or Disney? Basically, it's one of those fairground rides where you go up and up and up, and then it drops you. But because it's Tower of Terror, you're going up inside a building, and then suddenly the windows open and it drops you.
Wow,
and I was holding the action sampler, waiting for the perfect moment. And then the windows opened and I pressed it, and then it got down. So you have this one photo.
No.
Exactly, there's one that's like the window perfectly. The second one is it's just turning like that. The third and fourth are just lines going like that. Which again, it's a fun thing to do, and again, to try and replicate that on digital, like,
yeah, it's
I have
impossible.
a negative with that, right? I have a negative of the moment that gravity kicked in.
And now you can cut it off and then create.
And I can splice it with like a really nice picture of a flamingo.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Where are my scissors? Okay, and then I know we've got the competition to go as well, and we're coming up to it now. But Marina, you sent through some absolutely gorgeous photos. So do you want to talk through some of the systems you used or the films you used?
Actually, I think, as we've been talking about creative films, I would like just to mention briefly one thing that I've discovered recently, which is taking double exposures with a point and shoot camera, which is the slide number 10.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically, I didn't know that you could actually buy a camera that allows you to take double exposures, like a point and shoot camera. Obviously, you can do double exposure with an SLR and even the rangefinder camera, but I didn't, believe that any point and shoot camera could do it, like automatic one. Okay, if you have the ability to rewind just a bit the film, obviously you can get the same results, but not with the automatic, and I found. So I found on eBay this camera, which is the slide number 12, which is the camera Polaroid Z.
Ooh. Yep.
Yeah, and then I bought it for nothing. It was I don't know, I think it was £5 or something. And then there's actually a button that you can put, there's a mode of double exposure, and then you take the photo, but the film that doesn't advance, and then you can take the second photo. Obviously, a double exposure works, but yeah, it's and it's really good. I got really fun with this camera, and then because a point and shoot camera gives you the freedom to go everywhere without much having to carry heavy things, and I don't know. I think it was a good thing. The only downside about this camera is that if you use it like as a regular point and shoot camera, is that could be like a little bit disappointing because the focusing is not working that well. So, but as you're doing like double exposure, it doesn't matter, isn't it? No.
Exactly, no one's looking at the focus.
So yeah, I just wanted to mention it like briefly. Like I got like a really good fun with playing with this camera, and if someone is interested in like creating double exposure with a point and shoot camera, I recommend this one.
Well, its eBay price has gone up 5 times in the since you started talking.
Just go right now and check it.
It's actually one of the favorite things about the Lomography's LCA, and it's one of the features they added versus the original Russian is the little multi-exposure. Oops, let's get this right. Multi-exposure switch. And I really love some of the double exposures that I've got on that. And again, sort of the tricks with double exposure. There's lots of people talk, but you've just got to think about it as superimposing 2 images, and the lightest one will tend to win. So if you shoot a really strong silhouette, that's often a nice way of starting off because you blow out everything apart from a really dark shadow, and then whatever you shoot fills that in. But then as you go through and you can see like some of the work Carlos did where you then get the semi-transparencies and things, it's really, really cool. Marina, there's one photo that as I was skipping through, I really want to go back to because it's absolutely incredible. It looks like is it a wolf in a, oh my gosh, is this Lomochrome purple?
This is Lomochrome purple, yeah. I was having a walk with one of my friends and his dog, his Archer. His name, and he basically Archer posed to me, like look at me, and I took this photo. It was like an Ashton Court, which is a famous park in Bristol, all green, and it was actually perfect for this film because obviously all the greens turn purple. So yeah, I really love this photo actually.
Yeah, super nice.
Oh, it's incredible, and like the rim lighting from the sun in the background, and
yeah.
It looks from another era, like from a movie.
And it was actually a really foggy day because we went there like I think it was like 7 a.m, and then also the grass was like even like with frozen, So and yeah, it was like a really nice like foggy day, and so I think it suits really well with Lomo purple film. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Yeah.
And it looks like you've come across a wolf in the wild.
Yeah, it's
a husky.
Archer is a husky actually. Yeah.
That is phenomenal.
It was posting for you.
And it's actually well timed because Mel Robinson in the comments had literally just commented, received my Lomochrome purple today. Looking forward to experimenting. So Mel, the big question is, are you going to go and find wolves, or are you going to get some lemon juice out, start double exposing and overexposing? Who knows? And then microwaving it. Don't microwave it. Don't microwave it.
Oh,
that was probably dangerous. Okay, that's thank you so much. That we've shot through a load of different creative film scenarios. Now the fun. I kicked this entirely to you guys to judge the submissions. So we did this a bit late, this morning. That's entirely my fault. I apologise. It's been a busy week. But people have found time to submit. So their favourite creative photos, whether that's with the creative film, creative method, whether they've used their own urine, whatever. And you've chosen 2 special mentions, and then we have a winner who's going to get some film from Analogue Wonderland to continue their experimenting. So I am going to switch back to screen share, and then we're going to talk through. If you're okay to talk through 3, 2, and then 1. So let me jump to screen share.
Yep.
Okay then. So I think he's with us in the comments. Delusions of competence. Here we go. So what did you like about this photo, guys?
Okay, so yeah, well, if I can start first. Well, basically, Carlos and I, we agreed that this is a really good photo in terms of like how he experiments with film supernaturally. And then, yeah, you have like 3 sequence, like 3 photos. And I think it is like, I don't know if it's a park or or yeah. Can you see the photos?
Yeah, it
Carlos?
looks like
Yeah, it looks like an old building, no?
Yeah.
And he said,
There's
so
a
he
lake
says,
in
you
the
can
middle.
see it here. You fairly bland negatives for a camera that you're testing. Boil them in salt water for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Only 20 minutes.
It looks here like Dale has, only 20 minutes. Oh, in fact, that's what Toby's commented, only 20 minutes. But this is boiled. And also, this is after developing.
After developing. Nice.
So this is
Wow.
not before shooting. So he's shot them normally. Then
Nice.
boiled them for 20 minutes in salt water. Then dried them and scanned. Yeah, that's really lovely.
Wow, blows my mind, really.
So in fact, there's a couple.
They came out really nice.
That one as well. The landscape. It's just so interesting because the bubbles almost look deliberate, like almost as though they're backing paper or something. But then, of course, they're not. But it's gorgeous. Okay, then on to number 2. Rita.
Yeah. Well, Carlos is the photo with the daisies and the Lomochrome turquoise. So, what do you think about that one?
The flowers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are like it fits perfectly with the film.
Yeah.
The composition is great. Not so many colors, and the colors are like totally altered. So yeah, it's a good photo, and I think it's this way, no?
I don't know if it's a horizontal. Yeah, I don't know if
because it
if
looks like it should be that
Rita
way.
is it on the comments that could tell us if it was horizontal or vertical.
Portrait mode.
But yeah, I think even I really want to. I don't know. It makes me want to print that out in really like big size print and then frame it. Yeah, I love the colors and the saturation as well.
You need something on your background, Marina.
Yeah, exactly. A wallpaper. I mean, Lomochrome turquoise is a stunning film, and people are mentioning it. I mean, it's not available now.
Why they're not doing it again?
Yeah,
there is talk. They are hopefully bringing it back for a limited edition at some point.
Fingers crossed.
I had that conversation with them before COVID, so things might have changed. But yeah, I mean, it of all of their Lomochromes, I think turquoise for me delivered the best results. They're my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so congratulations to the 2 special mentions. They're absolutely gorgeous. And then the winner. Move on to the winner.
exciting.
Here we go. So what did you like about this? This is quite understated for a creative photo versus some of the craziness we've seen so far this evening. But it is actually part of a bit of a series. I'm going to scroll down a little bit so people can see some of the other photos. So I think together they're really powerful. But what did you like about this, Marina and Carlos?
For me, I don't know. I think it caught my attention straight away. It's just, I mean, Carlos and I we've been talking about like how, like a good photo, like is the photo that like talks by itself, like tells like a story, and then you could like see this photo and then wondering what is the story behind. And I don't know. I just think that it's really moody and makes you think. I don't know. Like for me, like. Makes me like think about freedom and actually I go with the flow. I don't know. I really like the thing that I think this is what I think, but she or he, I don't know if it's the photographer, let's say, turn the photo on purpose to the horizontal direction. So I think it was shot in vertical. So I think that's a good twist, because
and all the lines as well, because if you see the arms are going to the same direction as the line, and it's quite nice.
It does change the photo if you look at it. If you look at the different orientations, it changes almost the story a bit. It's really gorgeous. So congratulations to last.film.roll. Hang on a minute. Wait. And a party noise as well. No, that's absolutely, that's really, really lovely. Thank you so much for submitting. So I will be in touch with last.film.roll, who will be winning some creative films. Now, before we head off, Carlos, how can we see more of your incredible things? How can we inevitably all message you asking for the Illustrator files? How can we chase you to buy your book? Can Analog Wonderland distribute it for you? And what's next on your mind?
Oh, nice. So many questions. So yeah, the book, I'm looking forward to print it, hopefully tomorrow, because I already got the amount of money I have to waste. It's gonna be 100 copies for the first time,
Nice.
the first edition. So yeah, great, because if not, I'm just banking how do you say bancarrota?
Red numbers.
Yeah. Very red numbers. Yeah.
Okay.
Super.
Well, that's okay.
No.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone who's heard you talk tonight and who watches this on Catch Up will buy. So I think that's safe.
And it's available on my shop already as a pre-order. And also, everyone who likes to know more about freaky experimental photography can subscribe to my channel and ask me maybe in Instagram. I'm always
so we've got your website here with the shop, and that's where you can pre-order the book.
Yeah, and the masks, they will be ready, anytime soon, hopefully. Maybe in 2 weeks. I want to make more and different ones. So yeah.
And also, you're still selling the super films, right?
Yeah, the super film. Yeah, I got now the red scale super film.
Red scale super film. That's really cool.
I think, Paul, you got one photo as example. The number 5.
Let me have a quick look.
Yeah, it's 50 ISO. It's great.
Let me just have a quick look. So people can buy this directly from you as well.
Yeah, there are like 4 or 5 left. Yeah, because I can't do.
You better be quick, guys.
I can't do that many at once. I have to take them from the canister, to dry. Takes so many time.
Oh no, that is good. By the way, I just feel I feel also slightly bad that the one photo that I put up was basically just a simple golf shot. So I am going to show a photo I'm actually proud of here. This is Loma Chrome Turquoise, and this is again where you get a very different set of colours to what we had shown before. This is just, again, I cannot wait for this film to come back. Oh dear, happy times. Anyway, there we go, slight distraction. Marina, what are you going to take from this evening in terms of projects you wish to experiment with this time?
Well, actually, I need to try. Well, I was going to say to be on my films, but
there we go. We're all.
No. I really for real. I really, because I've never did anything at film subin or. So I really want to experiment and how to actually turn to see myself how they turn out, and that's like a future project. And also I've never shot with masks, so I'm really interested to get one of yours and see how it works, because I think I might need to watch your video when you're explaining it, because I didn't get it quite 100%, so I might need to watch that video before using
and it's in your mother tongue language, so
brilliant, finally.
No, that's brilliant. I think for me, the masks, I love the masks. But to be honest, one of the things I think I'm going to do is I'm going to be a bit more intentional about double exposures. So again, I've got a camera that I always carry around that has the facility.
Yeah, that one is so good.
I think I'm so guilty of just doing it every so often when I remember, whereas actually if I go out with an idea of let's shoot a full roll of double exposures with an intention to actually deliver something consistently consistent and interesting and good to look at, I think that's going to be a good challenge. That's what I'll take away. Well, thank you so much, Carlos. Thank you. I will, of course, if you're watching this on Catch Up, hopefully by this point, the links to Carlos's website, YouTube, Instagram, everything will be below. As you can see, he is fantastically creative. Happy to answer your questions. His English is perfect. His Manchester is even better. He actually gave me some examples.
The Mancunian accent is great.
He gave me some examples before we started that were too crude to be able to share on the normal video. But yeah, Carlos, your English is exceptional. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
if you want to have a quick comment as well about which creative ones you want to try, then maybe we'll do a follow-up on this in 3 or 4 months where we can all come back and hold ourselves to account of the projects that we've done and how many people have urinated on their own films and things like that. We'll move on from that eventually, but it's definitely a key takeaway. Thank you, Carlos. Marina.
No, thank you very much for this opportunity. Yeah.
And now
I had a great
you can
time.
say it in Spanish as well.
Yeah, muchísimas gracias por la oportunidad. Me lo he pasado súper bien y ha sido fantástico. And also these are like my English classes. Yeah, I'm taking online classes right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Actually, that's one
We
thing
have to pay for you.
No, we're going to bill you later. And what is your next video, just so people can look forward to something? So what have you got lined up?
Well, I have to do like 3 videos in mind. The next one, hopefully, is going to be about the hectare 100, the latitude exposure. Yeah, because I shoot a roll 6 steps overexposed and 3 steps underexposed on the hectare 100. Yeah, and results are like mind-blowing. I didn't expect those results. I was like, oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah,
Right.
I have to do
I'm
the
very
video.
looking forward.
There we go. And Marina, what's your next video?
My next video, actually, it's going to be uploaded this weekend, hopefully. I'm comparing the 2 formats of film. I'm comparing 35mm film with 120. I'm using a Portra 400 for it. So, yeah, I've done already the photo shoot comparing both film formats, and I'm going to edit everything. So, yeah, wish me luck.
In English or Spanish?
Both. In both languages.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Raising
Nice
the bar.
one.
Carlos, that's how she rolls, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you're doing well,
It's going to take
Marina.
me like ages and forever, but hopefully, yeah.
Are those photos you show before, like, are the Portra 400 portraits or no?
Well, it's a mix of portraits, but I'm using as well like fruits and vegetables. So.
Oh yeah, I saw the portraits. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the Instagram.
So, yes. Yeah. I think
Nice.
you could. I don't know if it. Well, I was going to say that you could actually still see them on Instagram stories, but I think that now you can't. I don't know. Well,
we'll have to watch the video. We'll have to watch the video. And now you are offering free Spanish lessons because we can watch the video and learn Spanish. Brilliant.
Yeah, and write down the subtitles in English if you want to.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God, you complicated more even things.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you, guys.
Brilliant conversation. Thanks everyone for joining. Again, there will be another episode next week, and I believe it's going to be me and Ribs. I believe the topic is still to be decided because we work really far out. We are very good at long-term planning. But it's going to be brilliant. Thank you so much, and we will see you soon.